We all have had those moments when you think something may be off, or you just can't seem to trust someone or a situation. Do you know if your instincts are kicking in through your gut feelings, or are you just jumping to conclusions? You know more than you think you do, so let's adventure into this. First, I want to welcome you back, adventurers and friends, to Adventures Inward Let's Talk series. For those who are here for the first time, hello, welcome, thank you for joining us. Just a reminder to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. It's free. Don't forget to click on the notification bell if you would like to know when I post new videos. So today we will be talking about ways to trust your instincts and gut feelings. So get comfy cozy, open your heart, open your mind, and let's get into it. Few things are worse than realizing, after enduring a terrible experience, that you could have avoided the whole mess if you had just listened to your gut. Why did I trust that guy? Why did I buy that car? Accept that job? Move to a new state? We all have innate instincts that try to point us in the right direction, but too often we second guess or ignore those instincts out of fear or insecurity. We talk ourselves out of the power of our gut feelings. We try to rationalize them away, and yet they're always there, trying to grab our attention from the backs of our brains, trying to let us know that we already know what we should be doing, if we only would listen. But how can we learn to start trusting our guts more? How can we start embracing our intuition rather than ignoring it? If you want to trust your gut more, you need to make a few little changes. Let's journey through them. First, practice. Sounds simple, but it's not. If you want to train yourself to listen to your instincts more, you have to try it out occasionally. Let yourself embrace your gut feelings when the moment takes you. Maybe test it out on a low-stakes situation and gradually move forward. See how it feels. Make a decision that feels impulsive and see how it feels different than the decision you make after days of analyzing and overthinking. If you want to trust your instincts, you have to use them in real-world situations first and see what happens. Second, listen to your gut. Did you know that you have a whole other brain in your gut? It's true. It's called the enteric nervous system, ENS, which is completely separate from the nervous system that's controlled by your brain. It produces neurotransmitters. It has memories and instincts, and it can function completely on its own. Perhaps that's where the phrase gut feeling comes from, because human beings do carry an innate intelligence in their stomachs. The ENS can react and remember things, just like our brains do. So, when you feel a tightness in your stomach, when faced with a big decision, that's not just the Kung Pao chicken you had for lunch. That's your ENS trying to tell you something. The decision is up to you whether you listen or not. 3. Learn to become comfortable with just knowing. One of the hardest parts of listening to your instincts is simply opening yourself up to the experience. Because instinct offers us a much different mental experience than our usual decision-making process, normally we make decisions by constructing mental arguments. We compare and contrast, and we analyze. But when it comes to instinct, it's not about arguing, it's about knowing. You just know the answer. And your brain doesn't always show the work, which can make it hard to trust. But if you open yourself up to the experience, you realize that innate knowing has just as much, if not more, value as any other mental rhetoric you might construct. 4. Believe in your brain. There is actual hard science that can explain how instinct works. Noted psychologist Daniel Kahneman won the 2002 Nobel Prize for Economics for his works on prospect theory, which is all about the physiology of how people make decisions when faced with risky situations. This is important to understand because too often we try to portray instinct as something ephemeral. We say, I just had a feeling, and that makes it easier to ignore. But gut feelings aren't emotions. They're neurological responses to stimuli. When we have a gut feeling, our brain connects seemingly random chunks of memories and data to make patterns visible to us on an instinctive level. Our brains tell us, very, very quickly, how to respond to something, and we need to trust it. 5. Accept that facts aren't everything. We live in an age of too much information. You research for something on Google and get 10 million results. You want to find a recipe, and Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram hit you over the head with a billion examples. How do we ever have time to process all that data? The answer is, we don't. This is why gut feelings are so important, because you can't always make decisions solely based on hard data. There's just too much, too many variables. There comes a moment when you need to let all of the information wash over you and let your instincts point you in the right direction. It's just as valid than basing your decisions on some blog article you found via Wikipedia through the third page of Google search results. Trust yourself as a source, too. Here are my final thoughts. We all have that instinct and gut feelings that direct us. Learn to pay attention to that. Trust yourself in the moment and don't second guess yourself. If you feel you are still wavering, step back and analyze what you are feeling within the situation. Don't spend too much time there. Do it in a moment so that not to cause confusion for yourself. You got this. Remember to be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace and always, always love yourself. Thank you for joining me.